change your habits the easy way. Wanting to change a habit, whether it's getting in shape, eating healthier, or even spending less time on social media. But more often than not, it feels impossible, right? You start strong, but somehow you lose steam after a few days or weeks. Why is that? What if I told you that changing your habits doesn't have to be a struggle? That it could actually be easy? Something you look forward to instead of dreading? In today's video, I'm going to break down the process of habit change in a way that feels simple, practical, and achievable. You'll walk away knowing exactly what steps to take, and more importantly, how to make those changes stick for good. Let's talk about how you can change your habits in a way that fits seamlessly into your life. No more failed New Year's resolutions. No more frustration. Just easy, actionable steps that you can start today. Number 1. What are habits and why they matter? So, what exactly is a habit? It's something you do automatically without even thinking about it. Like brushing your teeth, tying your shoes, or checking your phone first thing in the morning. Habits are powerful because they shape our lives in ways we may not even notice. Take a moment to think about your day. How many of the things you do are habitual? Chances are, most of them. You wake up, reach for your phone, get out of bed, and start your routine. All without much thought. Your brain loves habits because they're efficient. They free up mental space so you can focus on other tasks. But here's where it gets interesting. Habits, whether good or bad, compound over time. A small habit, repeated daily, can have a huge impact. For example, if you read for just 10 minutes every day, that adds up to over 60 hours of reading in a year. On the flip side, if you mindlessly scroll on social media for 30 minutes a day, that's over 180 hours wasted in a year. This is why habits matter. They can be your greatest asset, or your biggest roadblock. The good news? You're in control. Once you understand how habits work, you can change them, no matter how long you've had them. Number 2, why is it hard to change habits? Changing habits isn't easy. But why? It all comes down to something called the habit loop. This loop has 3 parts: a cue, a routine, and a reward. The cue is what triggers the habit. It could be a time of day, an emotion, or even something as simple as seeing your phone on the table. The routine is the behavior itself, like checking your phone or grabbing a snack. And the reward is the feeling you get after completing the habit, like satisfaction, relaxation, or a burst of energy. Our brains love rewards, so once a habit forms, it's hard to break the loop. And here's the kicker. Willpower isn't enough to break bad habits. It runs out. Relying on motivation alone will leave you feeling frustrated and defeated. So how do we change? We make it easy. We work with our brain, not against it. Number 3, the easy way to change habits. Let's get into the practical part. How to change your habits the easy way. Forget about drastic changes or trying to overhaul your entire life overnight. Instead, we'll focus on small, manageable steps that build momentum over time. Step 1, start small. The first step is to start small. You've probably heard the saying, Rome wasn't built in a day. The same goes for habits. If you want to start exercising, don't set a goal to work out for an hour every day from the get-go. Instead, start with just 5 or 10 minutes. Why? Because small changes are easier to commit to. Let's say you want to meditate daily. Don't aim for 20 minutes right away. Start with 2 or 3 minutes. Once that feels natural, you can gradually increase the time. By starting small, you reduce the pressure, making it easier to succeed. The key here is consistency, not perfection. You want to build momentum, and small wins do just that. Step 2, link new habits to existing ones. The second step is called habit stacking. This is a game changer. The idea is simple. Take an existing habit that's already a part of your daily routine and stack your new habit on top of it. For example, if you already brush your teeth every morning, which I hope you do, you can stack a new habit onto that. Let's say you want to drink more water. You could decide that every time you brush your teeth, you'll drink a glass of water right afterward. Since brushing your teeth is an automatic habit, it'll act as a trigger for the new habit of drinking water. By linking new habits to ones that are already ingrained, you make it easier for your brain to adopt the change. It's like creating a new shortcut for your mind to follow. Step 3. Make it obvious. Step 3 is all about making your habit obvious. If your new habit is out of sight, it's out of mind. Let's go back to the example of drinking more water. If your water bottle is hidden away in the cupboard, you're less likely to remember to drink it. But if it's sitting on your desk in plain view, you'll be reminded throughout the day. The same goes for any habit. Want to read more? Leave a book out on your nightstand. Want to eat healthier? Keep fruit on your kitchen counter instead of junk food. The more visible and accessible your habit is, the easier it will be to follow through. Step 4. Reward yourself. Rewards are crucial when it comes to habit building. Why? Because they signal to your brain that this new behavior is worth repeating. Every time you complete your new habit, give yourself a small reward. It doesn't have to be anything big. A moment to relax, a positive affirmation, or even a quick snack can do the trick. Rewards reinforce the behavior, making it more likely to stick. Over time, the habit itself will become its own reward. But in the beginning, small incentives can keep you motivated. Number 4. Common mistakes and how to avoid them. Now, let's talk about some of the most common mistakes people make when trying to change their habits, and how you can avoid them. Mistake 1. Expecting instant results. The first mistake is expecting instant results. We live in a world of instant gratification, so it's natural to want to see changes right away. But habits take time to build. Don't get discouraged if you don't see immediate results. Focus on the process, not the outcome. It's about progress, not perfection. Mistake 2. Relying on motivation alone. Another common mistake is relying too much on motivation. The truth is, motivation comes and goes. Some days you'll feel super motivated to stick to your new habit. Other days, not so much. Instead of relying on how you feel, set up your environment to make the habit easier to follow. Use cues, habit stacking, and accountability to keep you on track, even when motivation is low. Mistake 3. Being too hard on yourself after a setback. Finally, don't be too hard on yourself if you slip up. We're all human, and life happens. If you miss a day or fall back into an old habit, don't beat yourself up. The key is to get back on track the next day. Consistency is what counts over the long term. Number 5. Real-life examples and success stories. Now, let's look at some real-life examples of how these small habit changes can lead to big results. Example 1. The power of small changes. One great example is James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits. He talks about how just a 1% improvement every day can lead to incredible transformation over time. For instance, if you improve by just 1% every day, by the end of the year, you'll be 37 times better than when you started. That's the power of small, consistent changes. Example 2. Celebrity example. Think about successful people like athletes or entrepreneurs. Many of them have spoken about how they built their success through small, daily habits. Take someone like Serena Williams, for example. Her journey to becoming one of the greatest tennis players of all time wasn't about massive leaps, but small, daily routines. Practicing a little bit every day, getting just a little bit better each time. Number 6. Practical tips for staying on track. Now that you know how to change your habits, let's cover a few tips to help you stay on track in the long run. Tip 1. Use a habit tracker. One helpful tool is a habit tracker. This could be an app, a journal, or even just a checklist. By tracking your progress, you'll have a visual reminder of your consistency, which can motivate you to keep going. Tip 2. Get an accountability partner. Another great tip is to find an accountability partner. This could be a friend, family member, or even an online community. Sharing your goals and progress with someone else makes you more likely to stay committed. Tip 3. Celebrate small wins. And don't forget to celebrate your small wins. Every step forward is progress, and celebrating those milestones will keep you motivated on your journey to lasting habit change. In conclusion, so there you have it. The easy way to change your habits. Start small. Link new habits to existing ones. Make your habits obvious and reward yourself along the way. Remember, It's not about making huge changes overnight. It's about small, sustainable steps that build momentum over time. You have the power to shape your life through your habits. And the best part? It doesn't have to be hard. With the right approach, it can be easy. So, what's one habit you're going to start today? Let me know in the comments, and let's build something great. One small step at a time. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more tips on how to improve your life. One habit at a time.